there, and welcome to this edition of Talking Heads. I'm Cathy Fulton, and you're watching this episode on USA Global TV and radio. And I am so excited about the topic today because most of my topics are geared towards the adults and everything that we can do for the rooms throughout the house for the adults. So now it's all about the kids. And so the title of today's episode is 20 cute kids' bathroom ideas that'll grow up with them. So, without further ado, let's get started. As we all know, really there's an art to designing a kid's bathroom. And as a parent, your top priority is making it functional for busy mornings and nightly bubble baths and pretty much everything in between. Your kid, on the other hand, simply wants their bathroom to be, I don't know, somewhat of a fun escape from their siblings, obviously. So, but let's talk about a way to meet both of your needs, okay, wants, with these cute kids' bathroom ideas fit for boys and girls of all ages. Now, first things first, you got to figure out the bathroom's color palette and overall design style. So if your kid's old enough, go ahead and ask them if they have a preference. But if they aren't giving you any direction or perhaps are too young to do so, keep scrolling to see what catches your eye. A blue bathroom that brings a sense of calm, and all white bathrooms with a classic feel, or floor to ceiling tile for added texture, maybe some monochromatic wallpaper that aligns with your home's modern design, and so on. Maybe these ideas, I don't know, specific with bathroom size in mind, maybe you can take them and tailor them to your own. So, whether it's a kid's bathroom that has a single stall shower or a clawfoot tub or a walk-in shower, I think I've got enough examples for you as to where you can maybe kind of cut and paste and make it your own. So, this first example I call pretty and pink, excuse me. So one idea would be to paint the vanity in a dusty pink shade to play up the bathroom's timeless elements, like the gold hardware, the mid-century sconces, and white subway tiles. So really, I mean, you could take this look and you could paint the vanity really any color that you wanted. There are so many colors that are in vogue right now. But one thing that I like are these light fixtures or sconces, if you will. They're from a company that I've worked with for years, and it's called Arteriors. And they have some really just dynamite lighting. And it may be a little bit on the pricier side. However, if you're only going to be ordering one or two things from them, it might be worth it just to have something a little bit different. Now, here's another idea, black and white all over. This would be a way to embrace the monochrome look by pairing a black and marble vanity with floral wallpaper in the same color palette. So just stick to neutral colored decor or add in a bright color to freshen things up. So say, for example, with this, if you wanted to, maybe you could add in a touch of bright yellow or hot pink, or maybe a color in the blue family, or even green. I love black and green together. So just a thought. Now, in this bathroom, they took a bar cart, which, those became really popular for, I don't know, a couple of years ago, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. And now it's kind of like, what are we doing with this thing? So I love what they did. And just like I said, repurposed it. And, it beats having to purchase a cabinet or another linen cabinet type look. And so, really, if you have the room to spare, load up that rolling bar cart with anything and everything that your kids might need, like bath products, spare toilet paper, or even extra cloths and, you know, Q-tips, cotton balls, things like that. So I love this idea. Another thing that you could do is create bold stripes. And, but for consistency's sake, I would suggest, if at all possible, to cover all the walls in and out of the shower, and with a striped vinyl wallpaper. So you can follow the same approach with the floor by taking the diamond tile from the door all the way into the shower. Now, using contrast is one of my favorite things to do. So you can brighten up a small bathroom with a dynamic duo like cobalt blue and lemon yellow. So lean heavy on one color, and it's obviously the blue in this instance, and use the other for subtle contrast. And I love the way that they took the tile. This is tile all the way to the ceiling. I love it. I love it when people do that. And one reason why I love it is because it doesn't matter if you're a kid or an adult. If the walls are painted, they're just going to get scuffed. But this way, if you've tiled everything, it's kind of like your safety net. Game over. You're not going to have to repaint except for the ceiling. Just a thought. How about a bit of coastal inspiration? Now, this lobster wallpaper, which I love, and rope mirrors turn a bathroom into a seaside escape. Since red walls can easily overwhelm a small space, try to keep the trim, molding, and vanity as muted as possible. Or how about incorporating open shelves? Now, you can fill open shelves with cloth baskets and bins so they can reach towels, toilet paper, and other essentials with ease. Just be sure to keep cleaning products or any other potentially harmful items out of reach. But I love the way that they utilized an area in the bathroom that would probably just be dead space, which is to the right of the toilet. Now, here's an idea. This is almost like a bohemian look where they've integrated pops of color. And but you can nail the two-tone effect by installing diamond tiles on the bottom half of the wall, but don't let the color stop there. You can elevate the space with a patterned shower curtain, decorative plates, and other vibrant additions. And you know as well as I, you don't have to use decorative plates. You could use decorative shelving, decorative jars with color. So there's a million ways to incorporate color into a space like this. Now, you can always opt to go with just traditional accents. So if guests use your kids' bathroom from time to time, go for a more subdued look with a mix of grays, whites, and blacks. And that's really in right now. And just let the striped shower curtain be the focal point, or do away with the stripes altogether and pick a more whimsical pattern. But the gray and white, that's another really good basis to really add any other color that you want. It's just a great neutral. Now, in this bathroom, this is a huge floral accent wall. So instead of tiling the entire wall, like I've suggested is my favorite, you can cover the upper half with a very colorful vinyl wallpaper that can withstand extreme moisture and heat. If you're thinking about incorporating wallpaper into a bathroom, you may want to talk to like a wallpaper specialist dealing with bathrooms to make sure that you don't get a wallpaper that's going to fall apart, because there's always a lot more moisture in bathrooms than I think we would really realize. Or how about geometric flooring? Um, that's a great way to draw the eye up by covering the bathroom floor with this blue and white geometric tile. So, to ensure a clean and crisp look, keep everything else light and bright. White walls and a farmhouse sink, for example. And it's just like I said. Um, let if you want to really have a cool focal point, it doesn't always have to be on the walls. It can easily be, we're just going to do floor only, and then do like something really neutral on the walls. But I love this idea. Or how about this? A lot of kids are very interested in maps, and they think about traveling the world. And a lot of families are really into this. I've found over the years, and the parents have kind of positioned maps as really the world is their oyster, and this clever design will show them really exactly that. And the idea here is wrap the walls in map inspired wallpaper so they can see all the adventures ahead of them. And I find this theme particularly in homes where the parents have like traveled all over the world, and they want their kids to have that same kind of travel bug within them. And there are a lot of materials out there that can inspire this. Nautical finishes are big as well. Um, this bathroom is kind of an under the sea makeover, a la The Little Mermaid. And so you can bring the ocean inspired blue walls to life with a submarine style mirror and nautical artwork. Now, there's a real pattern play going on in this picture. So you can trick the eye by layering patterns, colors, and textures. And so this would be my idea, to just start with a larger medallion pattern on the floor, then cover the wall with kind of ditzy florals, and then finish it out with glossy subway tile. But notice how the gold accents really play a part in this as well. And they even did the ceiling in like I would call it like a moss green. So there's a lot on in here, but it works. So I would call this, or refer to this as, just kind of sweet and serene. And you can go full on feminine by incorporating bright florals throughout the space, ranging from framed wall art to a scalloped bath mat. For a cohesive look, you might want to consider painting the underside of the clawfoot tub in a complementary color. And I love this green. Nice pop. They could have also done it in red. That would have been cool too. Or how about if you want to make a vintage statement? You can warm up an otherwise all white bathroom by covering one wall in, say, for example, a deep green shade, and affix a retro inspired map to the wall to tie the light and the dark colors together. Or how about if you're just into glam? Um, you can be glamorous, but you can also keep it neutral. And if you do, you may thank me later. But you can bring some personality to the space with geometric wallpaper, perhaps some silver sconces, and then a big statement mirror. But this is really another kind of cause and effect by the use of it's more or less like a tone on tone. And I use a lot of fabrics like that in my work because I think you get a lot of bang for your buck when you use tone on tone. It's another layer, it's another texture, and it's just going to create greater depth in the room. So that farmhouse feeling. Thank you, Joanna Gaines. Um, and the way to do that is you just mix different finishes and textured. So, say for example, a brushed silver faucet, which is a wall mount, a black metal light fixture, and distressed wooden mirror. And it just all combined, it gives it a very rustic vibe. So, but my suggestion would be to opt for light colored walls, flooring, and tiling so the farmhouse accents can really pop. So, how about painted beadboard? It's really making a comeback. And the idea here is to paint the walls in a very bold hue, um, then keep everything else fairly neutral to create that cabin like feel. And you can sprinkle in touches of the past, like a vintage washboard or, I don't know, maybe photos from your summer days at camp. Now, this is a good idea for to incorporate double vanities because any parent knows that when you have multiple kids sharing one bathroom, chaos will ensue, especially when everyone's trying to get ready in the morning. And I mean, most people are already running late by the time their feet hit the floor. So that's just a given. But with two separate vanity stations, this bathroom allows two kids to brush their teeth at the same time, which is going to cut down on um, time spent waiting and fighting during the morning routine. So I think that this is a great idea. I also think that if you don't have space for double vanities, maybe you could look for a sink that would allow for double faucets. Um, and if you love the idea of two vanities, I mean, well, this is more or less like a trough sink. And so if you're looking to Google this type of sink, you could find it under trough sink and it would allow for multiple faucets. And I mean, it's just a great way to create at least two teeth brushing stations without all the extra cabinetry. Now, here's another idea. So if you don't want step stools that can kind of get in the way, like in this picture, we've got the red step stools. I mean, they're great, they're cute, but they can be a tripping point as well. And it's falling in the bathroom is never a good place to fall. I don't care how old you are. Um, but if you don't want a step stool getting in the way underfoot, you can create a secret pull out step. Isn't that cool? And the step in this bathroom slides out from the bottom drawer, and then a special lid goes on top and supports about up to 90 pounds. So when the child grows, the top can be removed and the drawer can be used again. I think it's pretty genius. Now, these vanities are very popular, and that would be to create open shelving. So, bathroom cabinets sometimes need to be locked to keep chemicals and cleaning supplies out of reach of small hands, right? But if you need more space for your kids' bath items, look for a vanity with both open and closed storage. And this bathroom has a low open shelf so little ones can easily reach for a fresh towel. Now, I like this too. So you've got a trough sink, and then you've got extra storage baskets. And this is great to use if you really don't have an under sink vanity or cabinets, and you can just invest in storage baskets. And I mean, they're a godsend for picking up bath toys and keeping them out of sight when company comes over. And I mean, this is really a great look, I think. And you don't have the expense of cabinetry because it is not cheap. Now, let's talk about extra built-ins. You can see that they have these on the left and on the right, and even in the center. So everything's not hanging on the side of the tub. And this is most modern. And tiled showers have a few built-ins for soap and shampoo, but they're normally designed to be eye level for adults. So what I love about this bathroom is that it features a low cubby just for kids' bath toys. Isn't that cute? How about recessed lockers? So, in a bathroom that accommodates multiple kiddos, lockers can really be a great solution for keeping their towels, toys, and toiletries separate. These vintage lockers are these are actually recessed into the wall so they don't take up valuable floor space. So I think that this is a great idea. This would be especially great for guys. Um, then everyone has their own stuff in their own space. So nice job. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever incorporated a pivot mirror or a pivoting mirror, but it can really be helpful. Um, it's a great feature to have in a kid's bathroom because it can be adjusted as they grow to give them really optimal view for brushing teeth or combing their hair. So in this space, they've got a chrome pivot mirror and it's paired with white subway tile backsplash and a sky blue sconce for a light and airy look. Cute bath mat too. Now, some people like loud and they want to do a fun wallpaper. So let your kid or tween showcase their personality and express themselves with a bold wallpaper. So if you're having flashbacks of a horrific experience removing wallpaper, don't worry. Wallpaper has come a long way. And these days there are tons of removable options. So if you get sick of all the circles, don't worry. It's not that big of a deal to start fresh. And another idea, and this is our last idea, you could incorporate a hip theme. I mean, there's so many different Power Rangers and superheroes that are out there. You're sure to find something that would get their attention. But they don't have to be over the top. So, like for example, in this, you have a robot print wallpaper with just a few touches of color, but then you have the prints that add a kind of coordinating feel to all of it, and it just lends a playful yet understated motif to this bath. And like I said, there are so many different superheroes and things that kids are into these days. It's ever evolving and ever changing. So, you may want to gravitate to that idea. So, but that's really about all I have for ideas for kids' bathrooms. Hopefully, like I said, maybe you can cut and paste a few of the ideas and make it a fit for your household. But if you're stuck and you would like some help in this area or really any other area in your house, feel free to reach out to me. Again, my name's Cathy Fulton, and you can find me on my website, and it's cathyfultoninteriordesign.com. But if you'd like to have a conversation, feel free to call me. I'm at 703-895-3798. So thanks so much for watching. It's been a pleasure, and I will see you next week. Bye.